stuff, forgot to start the recording. Stuff this week, Wednesday, please have the reading of chapters 2 and 3 done in the PDF I put up in World Class. It's the book Waking Up. Chapter 3 is going to be pertinent, but chapter 2 has a lot of neurology in it, neuroscience in it, just kind of like the basic histories of how we thought about the brain and how it worked and the two halves of the brain. Really, everything we can learn is going to help us contextualize for our next paper. Everything you can understand about neuroscience and how it relates to our idea of who we are is going to make your understanding richer. And when you combine that with the stuff we're doing with Zen, just an incredible, rich understanding. So have that done, please. And then on Friday, we have yoga. Yeah. So, yeah, it's yoga with Autumn. And that'll be in the same temp room we met for yoga that Friday. If you're not sure where I'm going, I'll give you a map. But this is going to be in one of the, what the hell are those called? It's like in a temp building, not here. I'll give you the exact, what was it? Portable. Temp portable buildings, yeah. Location to come. If you already were there, you know where. Location to come. And all you need to do for that is, does anybody actually have their own mat or towel that they'd like to use? Could you just let me know, because I want to get a count on how many I need to get from the rec center. Please let me know. Next Monday, very likely, well, let's one thing at a time. It's all good. I think next Monday I'll be handing out the paper. I still have to hammer on it. It's got to be good and helpful to you, and the weird shit I'm going to ask you to do needs structure. Otherwise, it's just crazy. Here's reminders before we do anything. Reminders, hey, there's these weekly practice summary things that 12 of us are doing awesomely. And by awesomely, I mean doing it all. So weekly practice summaries, and Eric, I know you had talked to me about, so let's touch base on that.
I just wrote it down on paper.
Yeah, so let's touch base on that. But they need to, please get those entered on time. The one from yesterday, still only 12 people did. If you need more time on that, touch base with me and I will extend it through today. And there are some people who should be talking to me about that, because this is 20% of your grade at the end. And let's see, we'll probably have about 10 of them because of holidays and shit, maybe 11, 2% of your grade per summary. That's a lot. Okay, so let's see, what else? What other reminders? I think that's about it. Do y'all have any questions about what is happening, what you need to be doing?
The syllabus is in the project draft.
Yeah, the syllabus is completely fucked with this one. So the syllabus is like my hopeful plan before we start, and then we get in and it's well, what do we really need to do? So this is kind of as far as I can do on planning, 1 week at a time.
You're doing great, Dr. Stephen.
Thank you, Monique. All right, so you've got some, let's see, if you came in a little late, you do not have this. Let me get this. Great, you're welcome. And thanks. Cool. So before we start, let's do some practice. And we might do an ending practice today, which will be something we haven't done before. And it'll be good and helpful for all of us. So let's actually help all of us, including Talia, especially Talia. Okay, so today we're gonna focus on sound. And I brought my little bell that we're going to use, and this produces a really beautiful, long-lasting tone. So in this practice, let me just give you an outline so you know what to expect. We're going to start off just relaxing into our bodies and feeling this room, feeling this place we're in, feeling this critter we call our bodies. And then we're going to turn our attention to this, and I'm going to hit it. And what I'd like you to do is dive into the sound. So when the bell, so it's going to, let's just, you know what it sounds like, but let's just talk about it real quick. Let that be what is happening for you at the moment. And try to hold on to it as long as possible. It's really a nice, different practice. We'll get to it in a minute on this, but that's the idea. Yes, Monique?
Are you using a whisk?
I could not find, yes, I'm using a whisk because I couldn't find my striker. Long story.
No, I just wanted to double
Yeah, absolutely, a whisk. I'm going to whisk up some sounds here. And then toward the end, something surprising might happen. Just continue with being with the sound. That's all. So let's do that together. Let me scoot this forward so I don't have to get up. Okay, so let's sit up straight. Try not to lean. Try to support yourself away from the back of the chair, just to keep us alert. And let your shoulders hang loose and down and back. And maybe just start by checking your shoulders, especially us academic people. We tend to hunch them up around our ears. So see if you can just let them relax for once. We don't have to pull on them. We can just notice them, ask them to soften. So you are now aware of your shoulder area. Extend that awareness to your whole body. Let it grow like a bloom. Notice if you're holding any tension in your jaw. See if you can soften that just a little. Your tongue is floating in your mouth. Your eyes are soft. And they can be closed or open as you see fit. Noticing your body, coming back to that over and over. Sensing the shimmer and how constantly changing the sensations are. I'm going to strike the bell. So if you're not startled, just dive in. Just let the sounds that are here already fall on your drums, fall on your eardrums. Beautiful. Thank you, my friends. I'm gonna need a friend to help me act out a little mini play. Not even asking for volunteers. Okay, so in front of you, and here's our script. Who do you want to be? Do you want to be Daisei? Daisei has the lowest. You want to be Fayan? You want to be Fayan? Okay. So in the handout that you have, we have a dialogue. And then we're not going to read this whole thing. This is something that I'm giving to you because you probably will want to read this at some point. But Monique and I are going to act out this classic Zen dialogue. Now, sometimes these people have other names in other translations of this story. It's pretty ancient. But this is a conversation between two monks back in the 1500s in China. And I'm going to be Dai Zhang. Monique is going to be Fei Yan. Where are you going?
Around on pilgrimage.
What is the purpose of pilgrimage?
I don't know.
Not knowing is most intimate. Thank you, my friend. Well done, well done. Yeah, beautiful. You really owned that part. I think we both did. So I'd like you to get a piece of paper out. We're going to do a little writing. I've got some questions I'd like you to contemplate. I really appreciate that.
Yeah,
Thank
of
you.
course. I just think it's really funny.
It is.
And ask for volunteers.
I knew you would
I
do a great job.
expected
I knew you would show up for it.
Thank you.
So I'd like you to, just in the state that we are in now, from your own experience, from your own knowledge of the world and words, and this word in particular, what is intimacy? There are no wrong answers. But I'm quite positive there'll be some very insightful ones based on what you've been doing so far. What is the exchange between Dai Zhang, is that my spelling the name right? Yeah, Dai Zhang and Fei Yan. You can spend as much time on any of these as you'd like. What is that about? So let's just spend a few minutes on those two things. That's enough. I've got one third one that we'll discuss once we kind of regroup. friends, let's break into your group and find your matching partners. I don't quite know who's partners with who. Whom?
I know I don't have.
I didn't try to plan anything.
Yeah. You want to sit here? You want to sit there?
Which you got the star with the radiating star? Who's got the star that's pulsing?
Shake it
Radiating
as much as I
star.
can.
You are the wavy. Who's the three wavy lines? Right here. Here is your group. Who's got the cross with the funky end?
Cross with the funky end.
Cross with the funky end. You know it if you got it. I think it's called like Lefetoro or something. I don't know. I remember seeing it in like this role-playing game I played when I was like 12.
It's chi in Japanese.
It's what?
Chi.
Chi. Yeah, works for me, man.
How do you know
Absolutely.
that? How do you know that?
So the Japanese for some years.
Is it actually a Japanese character?
Oh.
Oh, I was thinking it was like where it was coming from in my thing was like this Norse mythology kind of. So that's interesting. That's one. Wow, you can read Japanese?
Can you speak it?
All right.
You're right now. Let's do on
Let's let the poor man like not be a spectacle. All right. So it's too early. It's too early to be. I come here prepared to be the spectacle. All caffeinated. I'm the target of spectacleness. So I'd like you to at least kind of come to an understanding of where each other stands on the answer to these two questions. Is your idea of intimacy the same as your friends? What are the differences? What are the commonalities? What can you pull out together as like a good working idea of what intimacy is? And then I want you to address a problem that I didn't give you. What blocks intimacy? What keeps us from it? With anything. Discuss. Very, very quiet conversations.
Well, I didn't know if we were supposed to be writing it.
Oh, no, I want you guys to talk about this now. So like come to, yeah, so now, yeah, that's cool. Thanks for helping me out with it. Yeah. So right now, have a discussion about what you've already written and then have a joint discussion to see if you can answer this question together. Does that make sense? Yes, beautiful. Thanks, Mina.
When we say the meaning of intimacy is
I kind of just said that it's like something that develops after like a hardship between someone or like something.
I said it was like straight up closeness and vulnerability to something, and it's like really private.
Kind of basically said the same thing, but like a strong connection in order to be true. You have to have a strong connection with someone, and that means you want that. Sorry, words are not coming out right now.
it's 10 a.m.
It's having that want to learn deeply about someone, like learn all the ins and outs, the good and the bad. It's kind of that, and it's also wanting to learn more about yourself. Is that kind of intimacy?
Genuine curiosity. Sharing comfortability, being in and around someone or something's personal space, having no shame in sharing its personal space, even under the shade of awkwardness and scrutiny. Typically, and the second question is five lines to go.
They talked about how like sometimes not knowing something is deeper and more of a test than knowing, because you're putting your faith in the unknown and opening up to the possibility of failure.
Kind of the opposite of what I said. I said kind of that intimacy is that want to learn. So that's kind of their whole conversation is it's more intimate to not know because that means you want to learn more instead of already knowing everything.
Yeah, the exchange between Dyson and whatever. I don't know, it just like, I feel like it's just being aware of our feelings and like the world around us.
I was saying, it was just like they were talking about how it's okay to be honest with not knowing, and it's okay to show that vulnerability.
Oh, cool, cool.
Sure.
Like, are you discussing things, you've already done that?
Sorry, I didn't interrupt you. What was the? Oh shit! Yeah, I got a little
I have it written
crazy. It was
What keeps us from intimacy? What are the barriers to intimacy?
Fear and anxiety.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said like fear and just not being honest with failure.
Not communicating. Like if you, like what you said, vulnerable, like if you can't be vulnerable with someone, like it's never even like.
Fear of what?
The unknown.
The unknown.
No.
I said failure.
Fear of judgment. I agree.
Fear of rejection.
Just fear of anything bad that could happen.
People want a lot of
Yeah.
things, and it is selfish and greedy.
That's true.
That's a fucking rectangles.
Oh, yeah. What's your beef with rectangles?
Yeah. That whole thing
You're
is a
supposed to be a
rectangle.
math
They're so
teacher, aren't you?
uniform.
You really don't like
Very
rectangles,
streamlined.
do you?
They're not.
The legend
Draw
goes.
circles. Draw circles instead.
Yeah, I know, it's too late.
Don't you
They're
think
already up
You
there.
could literally just erase the corners.
I literally could, absolutely.
You could turn into a trapezoid.
Draw a trapezoid.
I don't,
Trapezoids are cool.
I'm a math guy, so I'm into rectangles in like the intellectual sense. So what do you think my problem with rectangles is?
Didn't you say it's because it was man-made or something?
Well,
You
I mean-
were talking about
I
it.
mean, I do lots of got clothes on and stuff. So.
Well, yeah, but like that. Maybe that's why you don't like rectangles. You like it's stupid. Like it's just long square, pretty much. Like
Could you be any more of a long square? Yeah,
It traps us.
It-
There's no escape.
there's like no escape,
Well,
right?
there is in your rectangles because there's a little hole between
Yeah,
the
because
two
my
rectangles.
rectangles are not even
Look out.
close to real rectangles. Well, what else? Why else do you think
Defines confinement.
defines confinement? Yeah. Like, do rectangles show up in nature? No. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Does-
I
I
really
feel like there's something in nature that's rectangular.
A
there are
rock.
things
Nice
that
search this.
become rectangular-ish, sure.
you know, I
Yeah.
think there's a lot of better shapes out there. Not gonna lie. Than rectangle.
100% way better.
Hexagon.
Triangle.
But then there's also
triangle, circle.
Trying to remember the shapes.
Yeah, I actually am. Yeah.
Rhombus.
Rhombus.
What about the star?
The
Diamond?
star, the diamond, the star,
Square,
the
hexagon,
Rectangles
hexagon,
Octagon.
octagon, nonagon. Damn, I don't know.
Monique's
I'm
furiously
searching it
trying
up.
to find rectangles in
Well, I
nature
think
right
a
now.
hexagon is pretty cool. I mean, 5 sides.
I'm sorry, you mean. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah,
wait, wait,
yeah,
wait.
yeah.
Oh, different
Wait,
rock
what did you
shapes.
say?
A hexagon has
Yeah,
5
for
sides,
sure.
Like,
And there might even be
Be special, I
a
guess.
perfect rectangle you can find.
Also, like lake
Okay,
shapes,
wait.
lake
it's been a long
formations.
time since I've done shapes. It's not like.
Shit.
If you find me a perfectly rectangular lake,
Okay,
I
that
will
one
be
I know.
shocked. That is not man-made.
Octagon, 8 sides.
Okay, what's
Okay, what
nonagon?
about some like rectangular lands?
Where
Let
is
me
it?
see.
Nonagon?
No.
Now, who made those lands?
Is that right?
I don't know, let me
I
click
knew
on
it.
it, because it says that geometric shapes in nature and the science behind it.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean,
So
we.
maybe the earth made those.
Yeah, yeah. It's the idea of the rectangle, the like humanity's drive to build and to encapsulate and to cage. And it's just so they're just so lame compared to reality, right? Beautiful, a tree, right? And like it's just a fake
Did you
thing,
wear that shirt today just so you could use that analogy?
and it goes really good with
Okay,
my
boom.
flannel. So, And I made it. I made this shirt.
Rectangular
I
rocks.
made this shirt. This is my math. This is a mathy. This is a very mathy shirt. In fact,
Natural water erosion.
it's quite beautiful.
How is that a math shirt?
What is the shape?
One day we'll have a story about that.
Cool.
But this is a long story in math. This is a long math story.
Cool.
It's about chaos.
I'm not in a math mood right now.
It's all right. You'd like this story. So maybe. On a good day, it might be just right. So can we? What are you all thinking about the answer? The first two questions. What is intimacy? Like, can you give me a pithy?
We said that intimacy is kind of like finding a deeper meaning in yourself and allowing yourself to be vulnerable.
What was the first part, Mia?
Finding a deeper meaning and understanding of yourself. Like the heart of not knowing.
Ah, yeah. Ooh, what? Are you just trying to like woo me with those kind of words? Because they're working. So the heart of unknowing, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Gee, Lynette. That's gorgeous. I feel like I need to like heart that
The
for
heart is
sure.
crazy.
You have such an uneven heart.
Oh, thanks.
No, it's a good heart. Don't
love
hate on
it.
the heart.
It's perfectly imperfect.
It's just
I want to get that tattooed.
It's
just like
special.
that. Just because you put a heart around it.
So I looks at me and she goes, "Don't hate on the heart."
Yeah, do not
All
hate on
hearts
the
are
heart.
different.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're special and everything.
but you said one more thing. You had said one more thing.
I said allowing yourself to be vulnerable.
Love that vulnerability. Yeah, really nice. Let's hold off on that. Let's kind of get like just the ideas about what it is before we figure out what we think stops it. So,
Yes, you are. You had some good points.
she knows how to get stuff done.
Yes, free me. I'm shackled.
Shackled is crazy.
We had like three or like two really big things that we agreed on.
Yes,
The first was pretty similar to what the first group had said about vulnerability, and then the second thing was just like intimacy can be akin to freedom in this sense, because we were talking about how we interpreted the text and kind of comparing like not knowing to the idea of blissful ignorance. So a lot of concepts that you otherwise wouldn't have known of would probably like spare you from being anchored down to your conception of whatever that concept is. So like obligations, pain, trauma, that kind of
Rectangles.
yeah, rectangles.
Yeah. So that's part of beautiful. These two really can't argue with that. I heard that bubble up during the conversation. Ignorance is bliss. True. So true.
I wish I didn't know anything.
That would be nice.
That's what we're practicing. This class, when you walk out of this class, you won't know
I
anything.
need to be a blank slate.
It'll be
That'd
wonderful.
nice. You don't have to worry about anything.
Exactly. It'll be beautiful.
This class and my religion class
I
had
don't need
beef
Funny.
because we had to read an article where the dude was dissing on Sam Harris.
What is
Where they do what on it?
We had to read an article in my religion class was dissing on Sam Harris.
Oh, lots of people diss on Sam.
So my religion class and this class are like fighting, and it's
The fact that this class is fighting with your religion class, awesome. I'm in. Don't encourage me.
I'm gonna encourage it.
With my religious class as well, I don't really like it.
Oh,
Same.
let's not talk about
Religion.
religion.
No, let's not. Let's talk about
Class.
what's
the
real
class.
right now.
He said what's
Us.
real.
Wow.
I mean, well, what's real is us right here, right now.
Yes.
Everybody in here has different religious beliefs. Which one's the right one?
It's a simulation.
It's not
Yeah.
because I said
But
so.
everyone in here agrees we're here.
Now.
No?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
said now.
Now, right now.
Are we
We are
really?
here.
Instead of mind.
As,
Are
be-
we
as
really?
best as we can.
Are we
As
all
best
being
as we
Is
can.
any of this real? Are we just sitting in a
Alright,
padded
you guys are
room?
making
hallucinating?
me Alright,
time out. Time out.
What is your idea of intimacy?
I'm not not spokespersoning this.
Okay.
And what was
Very
that
good.
dialogue about? Yeah, just you can answer either or both.
Without fear of vulnerability, scrutiny, awkwardness, judgment.
Openness. Wasn't quite sure. What was the second thing you said, Quinn? Or right after openness, you had said something.
Without judgment, without fear of judgment.
Yeah, so fearless. And that kind of definitely
Yeah.
syncs up with vulnerability, right?
Curiosity.
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh my god.
Oh, that was for your.
That's what Watson is. You jumping the gun, buddy. You just spilled the beans, brother.
So
No.
embarrassing. You should say something.
Do it. I won't do it.
Kick Riley out of my group. She's spilling all my sauce.
No, I'm just trying to help you out because I was trying to give you credit. I was trying to give you credit for that, and sorry's the wrong one.
What is there something you'd like to amend? Ebenezer?
Oh no, it's fine.
Not now, give
It's
it
okay.
like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
He said it
It
needs
was-
to like come.
It was
with it.
strategically planned. Like it was in motion. There was a plan.
Oh,
There was tension.
you didn't tell me about the plan. How am I supposed to know?
I'm sorry. My bad.
Never here. What is this? So,
So you feel good? You feel like,
I feel fantastic.
oh wow, me too.
Must be nice.
So I was like walking around the house like a maniac this morning at like 6. My wife's like, "Oh, you're pacey today." I'm like, "I'm just jacked up. I was stoked about this. It's a good day."
I bet you these videos are really fun to watch.
Which ones?
The ones that you record of your classes.
Oh, are they?
Because they
Yeah.
can't see us half the time. They're probably like, what is happening?
That's good. Oh yeah, I'm glad you actually watch them. Unless it's just for like, hey, look at this break.
I didn't know they were on. You can find those videos.
Yeah, I have a YouTube channel.
Dude, what do you think?
Yeah, did
I've
you
been
not
doing?
see the apology video?
Our tech guy is not.
Listen,
I will send you a new
Class is
link.
hard.
I will send you a fresh link.
YouTube.
And you can take
I
math
YouTube.
too. You
Right?
can do math.
Did you not see the apology video? He has a YouTube channel.
What? Do I
Like
look a
every
doctor
good
to
YouTuber.
Like,
It is literally
Yes.
yes.
awesome.
Yes.
No.
What do you mean? Yes.
100%. That's
Oh,
what
I
it
should have
is.
known that. Sorry.
I almost lost her. Yeah. Like one of my math videos has like 600 views, and I'm like, there aren't even that many people at Regis. You know, like I don't know who's watching that stuff.
He's famous. You're famous.
Yeah, I've like the tiniest little bit of fame, and I have to always mark them
They
as
were like
not
to your
safe.
head.
for
Pretty
children.
good class actually.
You should
Uh-oh.
make a video about rectangles.
You should.
Yeah.
Okay.
That,
You should
that's
have
definitely
a
gonna be
day.
safe for children.
Like
Alright.
like Wednesday or next week, you should just have a day where we
Should
just
also
argue
make
about
that.
rectangles all day.
I agree.
I will make a video about. I will do that. We'll explore all these
Let's
possibilities.
have an argument about rectangles.
Can you?
I know what your Christmas gift is. I'm buying you a
I'm so
rectangle.
glad we're staying on topic, guys. Wow.
I bet watching that video would be an out of body experience.
Which the rectangle video?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well then now the gauntlet's been cast down. Oh shit is right. Let's hear from our friends.
Well, what I'm saying is that like intimacy is just like having like a strong and deep musical connection. Like,
A deep and meaningful connection. Oh yes, that's lovely. So
Someone buy edibles so we can have them for this class.
No, please don't do that.
Immediately do that.
Yeah, I'm like, couldn't you just be scared?
No, because then I can't have any.
I feel like
Oh.
what's going on? What's going on back here?
Oh, absolutely nothing. We're enjoying this conversation.
Wonderful.
We're talking about
We're making
intimacy.
fun of
That's
we're
right.
making fun of Quinn because he's
An athlete and he's lame.
yeah.
He's your tech
What
guy.
did you say before the spectrum?
I mean, I would always make you spokesperson because you got the accent. You're gonna sell everything to Americans. Like it's like just butter for our ears.
It's just curiosity. Oh god. Curiosity. That's what you sound like. It's
Oh, I would
curiosity.
love to hear
It's
Quinn's.
vulnerability.
Come on, David Adam, bro.
I can do Australian, I can do British. It's about vulnerability.
That was much better.
no.
It's like you're in Sweeney Todd. I mean, you're like,
So
all
just try to
Cockney,
speak
I
with an
believe.
Australian
Yeah.
accent
Ask
every
all
day.
classes on drugs.
No, that's okay.
Oh yeah.
No,
That's really
I'm just
okay.
trying to
No, it's
match
not.
the accent.
No,
your
nothing
American
about this
accent.
conversation is okay.
Oh, let's hear your American accent. That's a good
Oh,
idea.
yeah.
Why? This, you ended up, and it's my fault.
American accents is very easy to do.
Alright,
Then
do
do
it.
it.
Do it.
My name is Quinn. I like writing.
Basketball.
Oh, yeah, that.
You don't have to, Quinn.
You
You've
do
really.
have
You have
You're on
to.
the
You
spot.
have to.
No, you really got to take him off the spot. Nobody wants to be on the spot.
Why would I want to be on the spot?
No,
It's
he's
really
like a
not.
great sport. He's a great
He's
sport to
already on
tolerate
it.
in this so far.
did
Just did it. Oh, what?
It's really not that hard.
Do it again.
It's really not that hard.
Oh,
Your American accent is a fucking joke.
Wow. That was pretty good. Awesome.
wow.
Yeah.
Depends on where you're coming from. Try to speak. If you,
California.
yeah,
Whoa.
that's basic as hell.
You could totally.
No, do Chicago.
A
Do
southern
Chicago.
accent, like you in the country.
oh yeah, do a southern. Do a
Yeah,
southern.
why
Can
not?
you do a southern?
My
That's a
name is
different
Quinn.
South, bro.
I'll do
Which
fine
one?
football.
Oh, it's because I'm
When
from
I
Texas.
play basketball.
Oh.
I
So
don't
what
know.
is like a
I can't
Texas
do southern
accent?
though.
I don't even
Did you know Colorado? It's like Colorado, Nevada, and Utah do not have accents.
Yeah, and I'm from Illinois. I don't think we have an
I
accent.
think I don't remember, but I just know that there's like 4 states that do not have accents. It's been proven.
We're all the newscasters come
We're
from,
lame.
right?
We're lame.
Yeah.
And I'll take care of the shape.
Dropped the 2010 Ford Taurus in the city, bro.
I don't even know how we ended up there, but
Regular taxpayers.
Yeah, I'm just my average Joe.
I don't like how you have to emphasize tax-paying citizens.
I'm an alien. I don't have to give a shit about taxes, bro.
Real.
Guys, you got that on 4K. Get it.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever been punched by a kangaroo?
What?
Like, cause you know, I heard they're so mean. Like, if you just walked up to them, I could go, "Fuck!" Like, you know.
I mean, have you ever fought a grizzly bear?
If I was in front of one, I guess I would have to go for it. But like, that's the same with a kangaroo. Like, if you're just walking around, you're like, "Oh, it's a kangaroo! I want to go pet it." And you just bam.
Pet a kangaroo?
Yeah.
Pet a kangaroo is crazy.
This is a fantasy.
Like, if that
She
was
said, I want to pet a
awesome.
kangaroo.
That would be the coolest story ever. Yeah,
They're
that's right.
badasses. Yeah, they fight.
Yeah, imagine being
Mean.
a black guy from that. That'd be so awesome.
Who would
Just
win?
Just for a kangaroo back home, you know.
Wait, who would win? A kangaroo or a polar bear?
Yeah.
Kangaroo for sure.
I figured. Cake on kangaroo.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Not gonna lie, like.
Okay, think about getting
You
hit
would
by a horse. What would
Break a
happen?
bunch
And we
of
could arrange
ribs.
that.
Right, or
Nothing that much, yeah.
Okay,
we
Lance.
ride horses. It's
Okay.
not even a big deal.
It's really not. It just hurts for a little.
Yeah, you're like,
You're
ooh,
fine.
a little bruise. Ouch.
Yeah, you get a
Gone.
Yeah, a little
concussion,
brain
you walk it
damage.
off. No, that's what it is.
Hey, it makes you better. Like,
When,
What, brain damage?
yeah,
yeah.
because it makes you like talking about
What, so you
issues.
can actually understand the concept of
No,
rectangles?
because
What the fuck is that about?
then you can't remember anything. Blissful ignorance. As soon as you
I
get
don't
kicked in the
think
head,
that's
you're like,
what
what
that
happened?
means.
What?
I don't think there's much bliss in not having a brain.
No, then you can't remember much, then you can't think as well, and then you're like, oh, well, you know, kind of
You're
stupid
also a potato.
now. And you're also happy because you don't know much.
See, I
Wait,
have
I
a
actually know
potato.
the emotion of happiness.
Yeah, yo, because you're just like, now you're like brain dead.
No, you can't even say you're brain dead because you don't have a brain.
Okay, well.
You just are a brain. when
Riley,
you're
do you
a
want us to
potato.
remove
How
your
about none of
brain
us just
so you
think
can see
about
what
horse?
happens?
That would be.
Do you want us to leave
That
you
would
in
be an
out of body
anything.
experience. I would love to experience it for a little bit. But maybe not for long. I totally hate it. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. All right. This is awesome. This
All
is
I
good.
said was you should make a video about rectangles.
That'll teach you to say stuff, right? No.
Yeah, we don't want to hear it anymore.
No. That's okay.
All right. What is that dialogue about? Because we've kind of like, we've done a lot of talking about intimacy.
That's all you, buddy.
Dialogue meaning
The dialogue between Fayan and Daizeng.
curiosity.
Yeah.
It's about curiosity? Or did I not add that?
You did.
I did. I added it like mega.
I have a
Mega added it.
Oh.
What, so like, Daizeng is like being like cocky. A lot of those old Zen masters, they're always like just drop mic drops, like kind of things. Like that's a mic drop. What, well, yeah, what's up, Mia, with
I
that?
said, It's like a deeper observation of a cozy setting. It's not comfortable nor uncomfortable, and they kind of show like vulnerability through scary and unsure experiences, but also social and exciting experiences, and finding peace in oneself through multitude of connections and other things, places, and people. So they kind of like through each other can figure out what's comfortable and uncomfortable for them while being vulnerable.
Can you be intimate with something that's not cozy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like how? Like what? Like what are you thinking?
Well, I don't think that it has to be like it could be uncomfortable, because that's the only way you're gonna find vulnerability in something is if you're sometimes uncomfortable with the situation around you.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. So like being uncomfortable it can be a gateway, right? It can kind of be a gateway because it's a sign that something unknown is at the door. So comfortableness can be a gateway. What is keeping us? That's beautiful. That's beautiful. What keeps us from intimacy? Yes.
Pretending.
Ooh, pretending. So these are
Everyone should just shut up and say they don't know.
Okay, but then how are you gonna get anywhere if you just say you don't know? Like then everyone's the same.
I'll just second that. Yeah. So, whoa, that was great. So pretending what?
Like pretending that you know.
Pretending you got your shit together
Yeah.
and you're fearless.
Let's be
You
honest,
know what's
if people
gonna happen.
stopped pretending
Yeah.
we got our shit
So,
together, the world would be on fire.
Pretending
The world
would be great.
The world would be on fire.
to have control, knowledge.
Yeah, no, the world would be on fire if you stopped
A
pretending.
lot of people suffer in silence, bro, because they pretend. True. If they didn't pretend, they would just ask for help.
But let's be honest.
Yeah,
It's
the vulnerability, right? Tapping into the vulnerability to like ask for help. So fucking hard to ask for help.
But in our world, it's better to pretend than it is to be honest.
You've been indoctrinated.
Ooh, why? Yeah, why? Because of rectangles, right?
Back to the rectangles,
Exactly,
guys.
because of the
Let's focus
rectangles.
on that.
But you're not wrong. It's the problem.
I know, I'm not, I know. Leilani, what were you gonna say?
Fear is that they keep you from like having keeping you from
What are we fearful? So I agree, 100%. So fear, and fear actually feeds this, right? That's why you're pretending to be got shit together. What are we fearful of?
I don't know, I feel like it could be many things, like if you deal with emotion, how other people would view you.
Judgment,
Yeah.
pain.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's beautiful. Yeah. Did you want to say something, Carl?
Yeah, I think another one is trust.
Like not trusting
Yeah,
is
like
the block.
not trusting yourself to be vulnerable, not trusting yourself to get over being vulnerable.
So we'll put that, I love that over there, because that requires, intimacy requires trust. Not trusting, what would be not trusting? What are we not trusting?
Yourself.
Yourself. Ourselves, and maybe other people,
Yeah.
right, and their reactions.
I love some natural light.
It is kind of nice, quite nice. You just can't lose today. You're just like
I'm going to
golden.
stab you with a pencil.
Whoa.
What?
You had to do that so slowly.
You gotta be calm about it.
Yeah, that way no
Pull
one
it
notices.
and
Yeah, I know, it
go.
was so
So
secretive,
sad.
no one even saw him do that. Who did that?
I don't know, someone with a rectangle.
Oh, well, then you just made a few new ones, or exposed them
Oh,
for
you're
sure.
right. Ew, some of them,
Look at the tree. The tree looks very pretty.
What do you mean? I think the blondes are lips, to be honest.
You're right. They're like long
tree is quite
rectangles, to be honest,
Trees are
like
always-
small skinny ones.
I feel like every time we walk into this class, we inhale something that's akin to drugs. And then when we leave, it's gone.
Coming off of me. So, you when you leave, it's gone.
Yes.
I can say that.
Because when we leave, we don't have these weird ass conversations anymore.
Oh, well, that's,
Maybe
that
you
makes this
know.
special then. This is great.
You're just high off of life, right?
You're so right.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's so cheesy.
Cheese is a rectangle.
It's cheesy, but it's like
Cheese is a rectangle.
What?
Cheese is a good rectangle.
cheese.
It's not always a rectangle
Sometimes
though.
it's a circle.
Yeah, no, I'm
Sometimes it is a
It can be a
circle.
circle.
Sometimes it's a wheel. You can cut
It
wheels.
could be a
I
weird
know.
square,
It's pretty good,
cube,
though.
oh, cubed cheese. Ooh, that's the best kind of cheese. A little cube.
I do like the baby bells. I'm a
Oh yeah,
The
those
vegan
are
ones,
so
like, they
good.
got
Or like a
vegan ones
cheese
now.
stick. Ooh, like peeling those. Ooh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, the
Oh
cheese
yeah, I
sticks.
love
The
the
cheese
cheese
sticks are
stick.
pretty good.
You've never heard of Baby Bell?
you know
What?
you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Yeah, they got vegan ones. They're amazing.
Yeah.
And then you can mess with the wax and you can
Tastes a
build.
little
Try the
weird
vegan
sometimes,
baby
but that's the
bells.
best part.
Pretty good.
Exactly.
Tastes like processed chemicals.
Then do not try the vegan.
Okay.
ones.
Okay, so it's not worth
But like,
You peel the wax and you
But you get to mess with the wax and you get to make shapes with the wax.
yeah, you can make like a little ball,
That's how
throw it
you-
at people.
Y'all had some weird
Throw
fucking
mine
childhood,
away,
bro.
What do you? What was your childhood? You didn't get to play with a kangaroo. Like,
Oh my
It's
god.
not like
This
this
is
is
bordering on.
Riley,
if I was in Australia, I would have loved to do that. That's
Riley, you would have
Riley.
been dead by the age
You
of
haven't done that
2.
before. What do you
See,
mean?
Riley, his entire childhood was
just
just
wanting to
spent
play with a
hanging upside
kangaroo.
down.
Yeah.
This
I was
guy-
raised by kangaroos.
that would be
No, I actually
awesome.
ride
If
kangaroos
you-
to school. My nickname
Oh my god,
Jack.
I'm so jealous. Like that would
Jack.
be so awesome.
I mean,
Or-
you could have
Actually
been like
walk-
Crocodile Riley.
That would have been awesome. Like a
Upside down.
crocodile wrangler.
So bad.
If you want to grow up around crocodiles, just go live in Florida.
No, I'm gonna move to Australia
Hell no.
and become a adventurer out there.
Why not?
Yeah, except for the spiders, no thanks. I heard they're big there. I won't do that.
No. Why did everyone think that? The small ones are the ones you want to watch out for.
Okay,
Those are the
fair,
deadly
But
ones.
like also a
Because
giant
they're
spider like
less
crawling.
scary.
Oh,
Spiders
God.
are cool.
I would
I
hate
don't
that.
know.
No, they're not. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Why do they
that's
have so
fine.
many
I don't care
legs?
about
Why are
poison.
they-
I just don't
Same
wanna
with
be, like,
snakes.
freaked out.
Okay,
Snakes
snakes
are
are
so
cool.
cute.
I like snakes, but.
Have you ever had a
Snakes are cute.
3 meter?
Yeah,
Snakes
their
are
noses,
adorable.
they have really
Snakes
cute
are-
noses.
me and Riley almost got
Oh, no, no,
like
it's
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I saw a thing on TikTok. It was all these little snakes sticking their head out of a hole. Did anybody see that video? It's just been going around. It's like about 10 snakes that live together, and they're all looking out this hole, like just trying to see what's going on.
That's so cute of them.
It was adorable.
That's
Oh,
really
okay.
easy of them. That's really adorable.
They're escaping the
Like-
rectangles.
There was like a 12-foot long carpet python in my garden at home. I had to grab him out. It was
Just
great.
give him a little
Well,
bug.
you can make him a missy
Perfect hug
No,
size.
yeah, he tried to do that. It's called strangling.
I love when they cuddle up with you like that.
What's this? I'm reeling us in.
I don't know.
think it's
I'm
working.
reeling it in. Reeling it in.
Reeling it
Good
in.
timing.
Boy,
What's up?
This class looks
Good timing.
so
Fun.
cool.
There you go.
Right? I mean, it's nice and dark. It's a Monday morning. What is a
Well,
great
good
way to
morning.
start
We're
the
having a
week?
lovely, lovely
I wish I
conversation.
was here.
You are.
I was in it
Tingles and
all the time.
Joy. Are you just saying hi?
I'm just saying hi and just saying
I'm
you
not in
guys are
trouble.
lucky to have someone like this. Isn't he cool?
Kiddo.
Isn't he good?
He's
He's a
arguing
big
with us
hater of
about
rectangles.
He's a
rectangles.
freaking genius too. Yes, I swear to God. He's good to know.
Kenneth.
Dr. T, it's not coming through.
Whoa! Wow! Whoa!
I like the honesty.
That's
That's what this
actually
class is about.
That's actually
Right?
kind of mean.
Speaking up.
I didn't mean it.
Well, why'd you say?
And you lost 20% of your grade.
Oh.
Class drop.
Cause sarcasm.
Got it.
Yeah, Dr. T dropped you from your class.
What? No.
I'd be sad.
Transfer
You
that.
like me too much.
Wait,
See that?
All right.
Genius move.
Dr. T,
That's-
if you don't like rectangles, why are you making these rectangles?
Because
Oh
I'm
my
a
God.
fucking idiot. So here, all right. Back. How do we overcome the barriers? What do we do? First, let me ask this: is there any reason to care? Is it fine to like have this distance between us and our lives, the people in our lives, this room, this group of us together? So, like for me, intimacy transcends all, even relationships, right? Like sometimes I think in the West we like think intimacy is like an R-rated movie, right? Like people hooking up and stuff like that, right? Like that's one kind of intimacy. It's actually rarely intimacy when people are having sex. So like intimacy with just the sensation of this pen in my hand. Like I can be intimate with everything, all of the time. Why would I want that? And why would I want that? What does intimacy get us?
It allows you to feel like more deeply connected with the world around you, as well as like form those like deep, meaningful connections that kind of like, I don't want to say like gives life its purpose, but kind of like enriches your life experience.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's like a way to just break the inside and outside apart. It's a way to bust the rectangle. Yes.
You just like develop a deeper appreciation of things, especially like smaller, minuscule things that you otherwise wouldn't think about.
Yeah, absolutely. And like when you're bored, when you are bored, that is a sign, that's a red flag that you are lacking intimacy with your life. What's up there? Is everything okay?
Everything's completely fine.
Okay, beautiful.
Yeah.
Right? So like if you're bored, it's because you're not noticing the details of what's happening around us. Because we're lost in thought and we're thinking everything is dead. Remember in the Alan Watts talk where he talked about the myth? What was the myth Alan talked about in that talk?
Myth of myself.
Myth of myself. And what was that myth? What is that main myth that has driven rectangles? Yes?
That everything is like separate from one another.
Yeah, that it was made, right? The world is an artifact. That everything is just made in the world. So there's some great creator took clay, made peoples, separate peoples, made little critters, made kangaroos, made rectangles.
Is that theory of mind? Or is that just something different?
What I'm saying right now? I'm sorry.
What Alan talked about.
Oh, what Alan talked about. I'm sorry, I don't quite understand your question, Quinn. Can you elaborate a little more?
Because there's the theory of mind, and then there's the functional theory of mind. Do you remember what he was talking about there?
Dr. T, did you watch the video?
I did. And I've read like a billion things.
He's probably
I-
seen
I-
the
I
video
think I
like
was
10
the
million
problem with
times.
Did not buy the kangaroo.
He didn't buy me a kangaroo.
Yeah, and I ain't going to. You lost that sister. I'm not quite sure. I'll have to like think about that because there's just that phrasing. I'm not quite sure I know what that means. I mean, he was mostly talking, I think, about the Judeo-Christian ideas of how we came to be in this world, which have formed us. How do we make things better? Let's just end there. What do we do to become more intimate with our lives?
Just be more aware of
Yeah.
your surroundings, like
And
you've been
what
teaching us.
could we do that might enhance our awareness?
Practice it.
Literally. That is what Zen is. We are just literally practicing being more intimate with our lives. In that, if you read the rest of this article here, and you might want to, I highly recommend it. He talks about Zen just being intimacy and enlightenment and awakening. Those are the same things. To be utterly intimate with everything in your life, inside and out. That creates freedom for us, because the lacks of intimacy are the blocks that keep us feeling super shitty about things, keep us feeling like we have enemies. And I have all these problems. I have all these problems. I've got people that I work with that drive me crazy. And I have to get that in perspective. What's that?
Kill them with kindness.
I try. I find often that when I'm really upset with someone, I end up doing really nice stuff for them, like bringing them gifts and stuff, and I don't know. That's probably
Passive
from
aggressive.
What's that?
Slightly passive aggressive. You're being mean to me. I'm going to shove gifts in your face till you
What is
decide
this?
to
Well,
be nice to me.
I don't think I have said shove them in their face.
Don't be ashamed. What's that name?
What's that? Oh, don't, no, I'm not going to.
We'll pause the recording just for a minute.
I mean, we all have people who are troublesome in our lives. Probably family. My biggest problem is my mom,
right? I think I've talked about that a little bit. No, it's fine. She doesn't watch this stuff. Said a lot. So that is why you're in this class, I hope. And I hope that you're practicing every day as often as you can. Our practice is to just fall in love with everything that is. Let's take 5 minutes. Let's do a last little practice here together. And this is called metta. Has anybody ever practiced metta meditation? M-E-T-T-A? It's not like meta, like it's so meta. It's metta. It's loving kindness meditation. So let's just bring ourselves home, back into your body. Intimacy with the sensations of your life. Now picture yourself as a little child. Let's try to get a really good, vivid image of that, the best you can. Think about the love that child deserves. If you could hold that child and protect them and guide them, you would do it. So imagine making eye contact with that child, young you. What would you tell them? If you can't think of the words, you could wish them happiness. You could tell them it's going to be okay. You could tell them you love them. What do you wish for that child? Freedom? Avoiding all the worst things that a life can see. And feel this in your heart, this love for that child. Now picture that child, yourself, going through their life that has led you here today. Many pains and sorrows, many joys. And bringing that child into your body right now. The child's still there. With the child inside, say to yourself, may you be happy. May you feel loved. May you be free from suffering. Take that feeling of love and let it extend out to everyone in this room. Everyone in this room was a little child, and they have gone through a journey. We're all here today. Offer that compassion and love to everyone in this room. Knowing that it has been a hard road. wish everyone here well. Really picture this love emanating out with wishes of happiness and freedom. And bring yourself back into your body. Thank you, my friends. That's class for today. Oh yes, could I please have my rectangles back? We'll be using them again. I have a feeling I'll be roughing up the edges.
Just make them into little circles.
I can do that. I can make all sorts of shapes.
Or an oval.